Hello, this is Angelia with today's wisdom. Today's wisdom comes from Daily Ohm Gifts from the Universe, Accepting Your Family. Families can contain a fascinating grouping of personalities. I know mine does. Despite the potential for so many to have similar traits, there are many different ways to express them. As people marry into families and have children, even more personalities enter the picture. There may be some people that we would not choose to be related to, but that's what friends are for. And, friends are family that you get to pick. If we trust in a universe that has a higher purpose for everything, then we must believe that family members are in our lives for a good reason. And I believe that everyone can teach you something, even if it's that you don't want to be like that person. These reasons may be easy to see and appreciate with some, but others may offer us a challenge. With those, we can look for something we can learn or perhaps teach. In the modern world where everyone seeks to be individuals, many move far away from their families in an attempt to escape them. But when we've successfully built a world around us that requires no one's help, our families are the people who are still attached to us. We can still choose whether or not to honor the family ties and how to treat each other, but the fact remains that we are energetically tied to families. And that's right, that is your choice, whether you want to have anything to do with your family or not. A lot of people have this, code that they think you have to be there for family and you have to do for family, but you don't, especially if that family is using or abusing you. You do not have to be there. You have the right to take care of yourself and walk away. Our families help us see where we have come from so that we may more clearly decide where we'd like to go. And I like that, and that's why I study my genealogy. I like seeing where I came from and what these people did and, how it came for me to be here. If we can learn to accept our families for who they are, then we go out into the world armed with the ability to deal with anyone. Some families are better than others at preparing us for the world. What we learn from our families, even if they are simply blank spots on our family trees, becomes the basis of our identities as individuals. And parents, grandparents, I want you to think about that. Everything you do affects your children and your grandchildren. So, that's something you need to think about when you make decisions. And that's something I pray about every day is that I get to make wise decisions for me and mine, use critical thinking, common sense, and let my memory work. Rather than denying our connections, we can choose to accept their presence in our lives. Acceptance does not mean we have to like them. We simply acknowledge that we are connected to them and honor that connection, for like it or not, there is a reason. And there are people who used to be, in my family who I definitely don't like for the choices that they made, especially towards me as a child. But I have to accept they were part of my family because I can't get in that and erase that. Like I said, a blank spot in the family tree. Even if I take the name and erase it out, that person is still in my life. They were still there. But I don't have to be like them. I don't have to be around them. I was kind of criticized for that. But, the facts are I have a right to protect myself and to do what I need to do for myself and my family. When we can embrace all that they bring into our experience, we may be grateful for all we have learned from them and have to learn while we experience everything that comes with family fully and completely. And you may not. You may, look back and say, wow, I would not have made those choices, especially if you were used or abused. I say, look at the good people in your family, the people who were there for you, the people who made you feel good inside, who supported you, and told you, you were good or smart or, a good person, or, even if they just said, you look nice today or whatever. Those are the people you need to think about more than the ones who, were not so good to you. Think about it. That's all for now.